Hey guys, there's a few things I want to talk to you about. So I'm coming on here. I want to tell you about December's program, which I announced a sneak peek on Black Friday and released the branding today. If you haven't yet seen. And I want to also tell you about Cyber Monday because I just channeled the most epic thing for Cyber Monday. And if you've been wanting to get into my world, this is literally a no-brainer. It's so exciting. If you want to get in, I'm just going to tell you Cyber Monday. We're just going to dive right in because that's how we do in my world. So Cyber Monday, I am going to be offering a day with me. So what that means is a day in Voxer, you and me, one-on-one. So literally private coaching with me for the day, and you get to ask me anything. You get to plug into my world. Everything from energetics to manifestation to mindset to embodiment to healing to business to human design, literally anywhere. That's what's so amazing about a mentorship container or private coaching is that you really start to have a one-on-one relationship and a close relationship with the person. So you can have these conversations and there's no pressure to it. Now, of course, in a one day, it's more of an intensive, but that's the thing is you can throw as much at me as you feel called to, or as much as you feel ready to receive, or if there have been questions that you've really wanted answered, or if you feel like your business isn't progressing as much as you want it to, and you feel like you should be further along, or perhaps you've got questions about creating content. This is going to be a day with me where you can get into my world, you can plug in, and guys, it's only going to be $333 for an entire day of Voxer with me, private coaching. I can't even speak. That's unheard of. That literally channeled through me 15 minutes ago, and I was like, what? That's so fun. Let's do it. Get into my world. I understand that mentorship is an investment. And one thing that I always looked for when I started my journey, when I started my business, was how can I invest and get into really high proximity containers at a way that maybe it's not as high of an investment because maybe I'm not there yet. And that's what this is. That's what all of my Black Friday offers were. But this one is private coaching with me for literally an entire day. That's unheard of for $333. You're probably never going to get that again from anyone, including me. So jump on that. The link's already on my website. If you're oh my God, yes, and I feel so called. We'll do it next Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, Monday, tomorrow. So we can dive right in, and this is perfect if you're ready to have a 6-figure year next year, because I'm telling you the shifts that are happening in my world, they're quantum leaps, whoa. The magic that is getting channeled through, I can almost not even keep track of it all. I'm oh my gosh, we're really gonna need an assistant soon because there's so much happening behind the scenes and so much is getting pumped out, and it's so fun. So one thing I want to talk to you today about besides the offer is, what if you released Black Friday offers and no one bought? Did you put out offers and you didn't hear anything? Did people ask for links and they didn't buy? Did you not make as much money as you thought you were going to? Were you too afraid to even put out a Black Friday offer? Where are you at? Because a lot of people now would get really defeated because Black Friday is over. It's the end of the weekend on Sunday, so you've probably, your Black Friday sales are ending, and we're at the end of the month. And we're getting close to the end of the year. So that's when we start feeling a lot of mental pressure. We're oh, I didn't hit my goals yet. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Everyone's doing this and this and this, and I didn't even break through this, and oh my God, I just want to go hide. And these are the moments when you get to define yourself as a business owner. When you put out offers and people haven't bought yet. They haven't bought yet is the thing. And most of the time we unplug too early. And it's not too late. You can still have a Cyber Monday sale. You can still continue your Black Friday offers. But can you look at and clean up what's going on and hold your power now, even though no one bought, or even if you didn't make as much money as you wanted to, or even if all of the things, can you still be the woman that decides this is what you want and this is the reality that you're creating? And even though the results haven't shown up yet, you're still standing in your power. You're still showing up and you're still speaking about your offers. You might be looking at how you've been conveying the messaging, and maybe you're like, ooh, that's just like too generic, or it's not landing. Like, there's so many things, and this would be a great like way to take advantage of the day with me. Like, we can look at it. But there's so many ways to clean it up. Perhaps you just talked about it once, or maybe you only showed it on your stories and you never talked about it on your feed. Like, there's so many ways that we can clean this up. Or like, you could have talked about it and had all the things out there, but what if your mindset was telling you the whole time, no one's gonna buy this anyway? You know what I mean? Because like, your energy and your mindset are leading, and they're setting the results and they're setting the expectations. And sometimes we can get so caught up in the external world and looking for the evidence when we aren't a clear channel to receive what we're asking for. And if we start looking for evidence before we've stayed a clear channel, like, we're not going to be able to receive what we're asking for. And being able to receive is energetics, mindset, and strategy when it comes to business, because we're talking about making money. And if you want to have a business, you need to have a way that people can pay you, whether it's by a one-on-one, a mastermind, programs. Like, there's so many ways and there's so many things that you can build, and that's what we'll be talking about in December's program, which I will talk to you about as well. But like, there's so many things that go into business, and you have to realize, like, the way that we are doing business as business owners in the online space, specifically as women, we are doing it so differently. Like, right now, I'm on my period and I'm so tired and I don't have a bra on, and most women would be like, well, I can't show up today, it's not professional. Screw that. What I have to say is important, and this was just channeled through me, and like, this is when I have this potent energy flowing through. Like, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna talk to you. Am I sitting on a couch and do I have like really comfy clothes on? Fuck yes. But like, does that matter? No. Because we're doing business differently, and we're showing up in a way that we are really leaning into the energetic principles. And that means we can't look for evidence first, because looking for evidence puts you back in that matrix 3D paradigm where you're waiting for something so you can feel a certain way. In these moments in business, when people don't buy, or not as many people bought, or not as many people asked for the links, or whatever the things are, this is when you are carved as a business owner. This is when you get to prove that you have what it takes. Because having a business, and having a business online, it takes grit. Like, it takes guts. It takes this backbone where you're like, I understand that my external world isn't where I want to be yet, but I'm also deciding where I'm going, and I'm moving in alignment with that now. And I'm setting energetic declarations now that this is where I'm going. And as long as I stay aligned with that, that's the fastest way for me to get there. That's how quantum leaps happen. When you're no longer looking for evidence outside of you, and you are being the evidence. You hear me say this all the time, but you have to be the evidence when the evidence isn't there yet, especially if you haven't done it before. If you're new to business and you don't have this trust muscle built up in your business yet, that you do know what you're doing, that you do know how to make money, that people do want to buy from you, that people are engaging. Like, if you don't have all of those things going for you yet, you have to be the one. And you have to be so committed that you're willing to show up no matter what. You're willing to talk about your offers even when no one's bought. You're willing to keep looking at what you're doing and evaluating and taking that self-leadership. And if you need support, getting the support. And that's what, that's the beauty of having a coach. Do you need one? No. Can you do it without one? Absolutely. Is it a hell of a lot fucking easier when you have someone in your corner who's been there, who's walked your shoes, and shows you like, hey, I'm alive and I did it and it's okay, and let's like show you the way and support you on and remind you, like, girl, you just dropped your power, pick it back up, honey, like, pick it back up. Yes, it's so much easier when you have that in your corner. It's so much easier when you have someone there. You can do it on your own, but you need to have these self-leadership abilities. You need to be able to look at your business. You need to be able to look at what's happening and look at the results that you're getting and say, am I not getting the results that I want because I'm not in alignment with getting those results? Am I still going about my day, like posting about these offers, but in the back of my mind, not actually feeling like secure in myself to handle having clients or students or whatever it is? Like, do you actually believe in yourself? Do you believe in your offer? Do you believe what you're selling? Are you having fun doing it? Is there too much pressure? Are you just sitting there looking at your screen going, well, no one bought yet. No one bought yet. I knew I shouldn't have quit my 9 to 5. No one bought yet. Like, because that's not somebody standing in their power. You're still looking for evidence outside of yourself to prove your worthiness, your validness, or whatever that, that missing link is for you. You can't rely on things outside of you to give you the validation that you have to give yourself. Because if you're not giving yourself the validation, no one else can give it to you. And if you don't trust yourself enough that you can do this, then it's going to be very difficult for you to actually do it when you have a client. So these moments when like no one's bought yet, these are the moments for you to really evaluate where you're at in your mindset, in your energetics, in your embodiment, how you're showing up. What are the actions you're taking? Are you still taking actions aligned with a woman who is building a 6-figure business even though no one's bought? Because it's so easy. Like, it's so easy to show up when people are buying. It's so fun when people are engaging. It feels great when like you have so much money coming in. And can you feel great regardless? And can you still have fun no matter what? Like, without the numbers, without something outside of you validating what you're doing and validating your business? Can you be so committed to the work that you're doing that even when you're going through seasons of growth and healing, and when you're not where you want to be yet, that you're still talking about your offers, that you're still showing up daily, that you're still connecting with your community, that you're still learning how to build a business online with social media? Because we're not doing sales calls anymore. Like, nobody wants to waste their time trying to convince somebody. You either feel the pull and you follow it, or you don't. Like, when people ask for a link and they don't buy, that doesn't take your power away, or it shouldn't take your power away. When somebody asks me for the link and they don't buy, like, I'm there if you want to ask me questions, and if you don't, then don't. You know what I mean? If you're in my world, fucking awesome. We're gonna have the best time. We're gonna create so much magic, and you're gonna quantum leap, and you're gonna like literally completely transform who you are and the way you exist in this world, and you're gonna build a 6-figure business. And like, I'm so fucking excited for you, and I'm so excited to like do this with you. But if you're not there, then you're not there. And if you're not there, then there's something else that you're there for. And that's why there's offers at all of these different levels. And that's why Black Friday, with me, I had programs, I had Voxer, I had coaching, like I had it all. And I meet you where you're at, but you also have to be the woman that leads yourself. Like, that's why you hear so many of the very successful coaches talk so much about making the move. Because who can make the move for you? No one. No one can make the move for you. And the thing is, so many women quit on their business, so many people quit on their business so early because they're relying on these external validations, and they're putting so much pressure on their business that they're not having fun, and they're recreating their 9 to 5, and instead of choosing to show up and have fun and stay connected to the heart and soul of what they're here to do. Because I'm here to change the world. I'm here to shift the consciousness level. Like, I'm here to show women how much power they have. I'm here to show humans like that there's such a better way to live than the way that society has taught you. There's so much that I'm here to do. So if I'm sitting there looking at my Instagram for the amount of likes for validation, or the number in my bank account for validations, or the amount of people that clicked on the link or asked for the link, I would never feel worthy, and I wouldn't be able to keep showing up in my power. That's why you have to detach yourself. You have to detach yourself from all of these numbers. And I know that social media has made us so reliant on having all of these likes and having all these numbers. Oh man, so correct. Yes, thank you. But we have to get past that to build a successful business, to be a happy human. You have to be able to soul source your power instead of outsourcing your power. That's what we talk about all the time in my world, because when you stay connected to your power, that's when you're a magnet to all of your desires. That's when it becomes clear. That's when you're able to take action. That's when you're excited, you're energized. That's when you feel alive. That's when you're passionate. That's when you do the things that you need to do. But you're never going to do the things that you need to do if you're waiting for someone to like what you're doing now. You have to keep going. It doesn't matter whether they're liking what you do now. Can you trust that what you're doing and what you're saying in this moment is literally sending ripples through your timeline, and it's changing people's lives, and the people that are meant to hear it are meant to hear it, and they're going to come in and they're going to be so activated, and you're going to change their life even if they don't pay for anything? Like, I'm so fucking confident in the work that I do that whether you pay me or you just get to be in my world because I post so much goddamn content and it's so valuable. Like, I'm literally confident if you stalked my social media, I could change your life. If you applied what I was saying, if you really got it, if you really went there with yourself, you could change your life, like, just with my free stuff. Like, absolutely. And that's why I put it out there. And you can commit at whatever level possible. Do you show up in your business like that without having this reliant of needing to have these people to buy from you, of needing to have all of these followers, all of these likes? Like, what is the void that you're trying to fill with these vanity metrics? Because that's really what they are. And in order for you to have the backbone that's needed to be a successful entrepreneur, and not only a successful entrepreneur, but like, let's fucking lead a global revolution and become multimillionaires. Like, you get to have it all. There's no more I get to be spiritual and broke, or I get to be rich and a miserable person. Fuck both of those paradigms. We're putting them together and we're taking out the stuff that we don't like. We get to have it all. You get to have money. You get to have success. And you have to show up for it. It's not gonna just land on your lap. Tell me one person who's online right now who's like, yeah, so I just decided to start my business and it was successful in the first 24 hours. If that is the case, they're going to have a story that led up to that business saying, I was living in my car for 5 months before that. You know what I mean? Like, there was a build up. Building a business is not something that happens overnight, and it is not for everyone. It's not for the faint of heart, because there's so many people that are going to tell you how much business fails. There's so many teachings out there that are going to tell you how hard business and money are. Can you be the person that decides, I'm not going to follow those stories and those paradigms, and that's what they are? That's just a story. That's just a paradigm. You so get it. Thank you. Like, that is what they are. Everything that we're living by is just a story that somebody subscribed to. You can unsubscribe from these stories. You can decide that your life gets to go differently for you. And the way that you do that is making energetic declarations and decisions and backing them and staying aligned with that power no matter what. That means when no one's buying. That means when you don't feel good. That means when you don't feel like showing up. That means when you don't want to go work out. That means when you don't want to eat healthy. That means it's all connected. It's not like how you do one thing, you do everything, but it's that everything is connected. So the energy that you're bringing into one thing is the energy that you're bringing into everything. Your frequency is shaping your entire world. So can you hold a frequency that's creating a new reality for you, even when that reality isn't there yet? Because that's how you build personal power, not circumstantial power. I feel like so much is falling apart right now and I'm losing hope. Ugh. First of all, I want to say, like, my heart literally, like, goes out to you. I feel that in my soul. I've been there so many times. Business isn't easy. Life isn't easy. Like, the way that the social paradigms have been set up for us aren't easy. That's why we have to break free and start living in a new way. But I'm telling you, in order to break free from the matrix and to get into the vortex, you have to become the phoenix that rises. You have to be the person that's willing to burn down every old belief, every story of limitation, lack, scarcity, self-doubt, like lack of confidence, any part of you that doesn't fully love yourself and the life that you're living is your soul telling you you were born for more and you get to have it and it gets to feel better than this and you don't have to settle and you have to keep going. Because here's the thing, so many people will stop where you are right now and they'll feel so defeated and they feel like they're just like everything's not working out. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the universe asking you to rise up, to align with your personal power now. Can you be the woman that decides this is going to be the story that I tell? This is going to be the story that I tell of how I did it, of how I made it, of how I overcame all of the things despite all of the odds. You know what? Like, stories of millionaires' kids and famous people's kids, like those aren't interesting. Like when it comes to like money, when it comes to the build up, that's not a good story. You're gonna have a fucking incredible story that you're gonna be able to tell your children, that you're gonna be able to tell your nieces and nephews, that you're gonna be able to tell your family, your friends, you're gonna be able to tell your clients. Like you are gonna be able to tell this story of how when everyone else would have given up, when anyone else would have unplugged, when anyone else would have gone back and just accepted defeat, that you kept going. And that's how you keep going. You build conviction and you build power when you lead yourself through the darkness, when you understand that the darkness is there to allow you to embrace parts of yourself that you have been dishonoring or living in ways that aren't in true alignment with your truth. And these are opportunities for you to live a new way and to become a new version of yourself, because you get to write the story, you get to write the chapters, and you get to decide what role you play and what story you're living in. And at any moment that you don't like where you're at, that is a moment for you to evaluate and rewrite. And you get to do that forever, over and over and over again. So it doesn't have to be so serious. It gets to be more fun. And when you can just start trusting that everything is happening for your best interest, it really absolutely will. Yes, manifesting someone like you. Oh, thank you. The Burning Tower. Oh, so true. Like the Tower card in the tarot is one of the most misunderstood cards, along with the Death card, which is so ironic because one is external changes and burning down, and the other one is internal changes and burning down. In order for you to become a new person, in order for you to live a new life, you have to burn down the old identities, the old stories, the old beliefs, and you have to build a bridge to these new beliefs. And these new beliefs really get forged in these times when things don't look like they're working out, when it seems like everything's falling apart. Because guess what? You need to make room for this new life. You need to make room for the money that you're calling in, for the love that you're calling in, for the success that you're calling in, for whatever it is that you're calling in. There needs to be space energetically and physically. And you have to clean up your mindset, and you have to clean up your energetics, and you have to clean up your embodiment. And in these moments when the external world isn't giving you what you want it to give you, I'm sorry, honey, but that's the universe saying, these external things don't give you that anyway. You have to be the one to give yourself that. And if you can't give yourself that, then nothing can give that to you. So this is an opportunity for you to learn how to give it to yourself, you know? And like every moment when it looks like no one's buying, when it looks like everything's falling apart, like this is when we decide who we're gonna be. It's so easy to show up when everything's working out. It's so easy to smile and be happy when everything outside of us looks like it's working. But then you're also expecting everything outside of you to be perfect for you to feel a certain way. And that gives our power away again, right? And we're not living in circumstantial power. We need to live in our personal power and have conviction. I am being called to stop everything and go abroad and heal, but I'm worried I won't be supported financially, and I don't know if I want to put an offering out there while I'm healing. I don't want to need the money and put it out there because of that. Put an offer out there because of that. That's absolutely, those are very valid concerns to have, and that's a beautiful place to be because it shows that you are connected to your heart And what I would say to that is your nervous system isn't regulated around money yet. So if you haven't proven to yourself that you can make money on your own without having money coming in from an employer, then the worst time to do that is when you're trying to heal yourself and start a business. So start working on healing yourself while you have money coming in. And when you get to a place where you feel like you're supported financially, or once you've done the money mindset work to really have that backbone, and once you've proven to yourself that you can make money, like start putting offers out there while you still have money coming in, so you can start generating money and there's no pressure on the business, there's no pressure on the clients, you don't have that desperate energy. You know, like you want to be able, like so many people will say just jump and fly into business, but if you've never made money and you still have money wounds, which if you haven't done the money mindset work, you have a money wound, like society teaches you to live in a money wound, then your nervous system isn't regulated with money, and it's almost impossible for you to make money as a new business owner. Like when you're doing all of those things, I know that because that's what I did. And if I could go back, that's the one thing that I would do differently. Like I would not have listened to all the coaches that said, just jump in, you're going to be good, you're going to be golden, you're going to fly. I did not fly. It was not golden. It was not good. Yes, makes sense. Yeah, no pressure on the biz. Yeah, absolutely. So then the other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is my December program. So we've talked about Cyber Monday. You get a full day with me in Boxer Coaching, only $333, which is fucking insane. And then behind, of course, behind the brand, building the brand, which is really a behind the scenes look at my brand, how I create content. People aren't taking content seriously enough, and content is how you build a business. If you don't want to be on sales calls, if you don't want to be spending all of your time working, if you want to be able to attract and magnetize soulmate clients and dream clients into your world, then you need to master content. Content creation is part of it. So many women struggle with creating content. They don't know how to explain their offers. They don't know what to talk about online. They don't know what to post. They feel like that, and then they ghost their audience, and then they're just like going through this constant like up and down cycle that like makes your head hurt. It feels like you're on a roller coaster. You shouldn't feel like you're on a roller coaster when you're creating content. You shouldn't feel like you're on a roller coaster while you're talking about your business. You shouldn't feel like you're on a roller coaster while you're talking about your offers. And so much of the time, it's because we don't have these solid foundations in business. And I'm telling you, the reason that I am able to run my business the way that I do is because I have these masculine systems that support me, so I can be in my feminine flow, so that I can create the offers that I want to create, so that I can talk about what I want to talk about, so that I can, I literally have so much fun creating content. I literally have so much fun creating it, and that's why I'm able to create so much of it. And I also have it done, my key word is efficiency, because I'm a New Yorker, because I'm a manifesting generator. Everything I do is efficient. I look at a huge thing and I'm like, throw away steps 13 through 27 and 2 through 3. We don't need all of these steps. Let's simplify it, but let's understand what the money-making moves are, because so many women, especially when they start their business, are just treading water and throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping that it will work, and that's not sustainable, that's not scalable, and it's just probably not going to work, and it won't be reliable either. You're a projector. Ooh, love that. My sister's a projector and my dad's a projector. And I always say, I need a projector in my life, because y'all are so good at that linear vision, and I'm like, woo! Because I'm an emotional authority and a manifesting generator and an Aquarius. So woohoo! We're all over the place. Anyway, so these systems are what you really need to have in place, and building content is literally required. This is how you're building your brand. This is how you're showing up day to day on social media. And here's the thing is it was just going to be about the content. It really was. And then it was but wait a minute. If they don't have something to sell, then you can create content, and you can create content, and that's great. You know what I mean? Creating content to create content is good. But there needs to be a way to pull people in that gets you dollars in your business. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're just creating content for fun. And you can be a content creator if you want to be a content creator on the side, but probably not going to be making money. So the best way to do this is to master both worlds, understanding that content creation is how you're going to build your authority. It's how you're going to get comfortable talking about your offers. It's how you're going to build your online presence and your brand. This is how you're going to attract people into your world. And this is how you're going to stand out in 2023 on your business. Plus, you need to have an offer suite, and you need to have products to sell, and you need to know like what social media channels you're using, what products you're selling. You need to have I'm not saying like have 10,000 offers, like we're going to talk about this in the program, but these are the things that you need to have, especially if you haven't made consistent 10K months in your business. This is what you need to do, because this is laying down the masculine structure while talking about the feminine energetic principles, because we have to talk about mindset when we're creating content. We have to talk about mindset when we're creating products. And we have to really talk about mindset of an entrepreneur versus an employee, because there's such a big mindset shift there. Like if you've been around for a while, you know, I have an older program called Employee to Entrepreneur, because that was such a big transition for me to go from working 8 years as a subject matter expert for the state of New York, working for the government, and then launching my own business. Like that was a huge gap, and it was filled with strategy, mindset, energetics, embodiment, and like those are the keys. But for so long I leaned too far into the feminine because I was so sick of the masculine structure that I just felt like I was like free falling, and I didn't know what to do in my business. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to write. I didn't know what to, like, I would just ghost you all because I didn't know. And I was just like, woo. And it was like being on a lazy river on a wave pool. It was like, oh my God, this isn't too much feminine. That balance is key. So in my world, we get you into alignment. Like that's why my podcast is called Getting Into Alignment, because you need to have both. The masculine structure is what grounds you in, and the feminine flow is what allows you to receive. And the mastery of these two, like this is how you are able to build a sustainable business that gets you to 10K months, that quickly quantum leaps you to 50K months, that quickly goes to 100K months, and just like boop, 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 pop off like popcorn, because there's no limit then. Like when you learn to play in this world instead of like the masculine, like must do, like, and you start hating your life and hating the business that you built, like that's not why you did this. And we need to stop like feeling so drained and creating businesses that we hate. Get back into that love, that excitement frequency. That's what this program is going to give you, because it's going to give you the solid foundations that you really need to be able to stand out and to scale your business. So if you're someone that's not yet making 10K a month in your business, or if you feel like you're making 20K or 50K, but you feel like you don't have a really solid understanding of content creation, if you feel like you don't know how to create good content, you don't know what to say in your content, you get really frustrated and really drained with the whole like content thing, if you feel like you're like not in love with your social media, if you feel like social media is stressful, like this is the program for you to be like, oh my God, like I was just doing it wrong. Like throw out everything I know and like, let's play. This program is going to teach you how to play, and like so practical, because we're going to be like, I'm literally going to be walking you through all of these steps, creating the content, we're going to create templates. By the time you're done with this program, you are going to have templates to use so that whenever you want to create content, it's going to be like that. Like it's not going to take you forever. It's going to take you so like little time that you'll be like, are you fucking kidding me that I was staring at my screen for that long, that stressed out, and now it just like flows. Like, content creation can just be this easy. Like I didn't even know. And this is the thing, it does. It gets to be this easy. And that's what building the brand is going to do for you. So right now, building the brand, I've decided to keep it at 50% off. It's the only Black Friday sale that's still going. It's going to be 50% off until Thursday. And then Thursday, it's going to go up. It's 1111 right now. There are payment plans, and then it will be 2222. This program is literally what you need to build a solid business that can scale. Like if you are desiring to have a multi-million-dollar business, you need to have this program, because it's going to teach you what you need to have. Like this is the foundation. Like if you take this program, you'll be good. Like, you'll be like, oh my fucking God. Like, life is going to be so much better because you're going to have so much more free time because you're not going to be thinking about creating your content, like, all of the time. Do not allow work for money, but how to make money to work for you. Know your energetic exchange. Oh, yes, I love that. Oh, Aquarian New Yorker here. Oh my God, that's so funny. Of course you're in the world then. I'm so feminine, feeling all over the place. Ooh, yeah, so that's the thing is when you're feeling all over the place, there's not a container for your feelings. And the container is the masculine. And the container allows us to channel the feminine energy and to channel that into something magical and to make money off of that magical something, because there's a way for the money to come in and there's a way for the money to flow, and it's all in alignment. And that's when business becomes fun. That's when your life becomes amazing, because you're no longer trading your time slaving away for money in a job that you hate, and you're doing what you love and bringing your magic online, and you just are at a whole new frequency and a whole new way of life that, like, life just keeps getting better and better. And this is what I want people to realize. Your life can keep getting better and better and better. You just have to allow it, like, and you have to believe it, and you have to work for it. It's not just going to show up for you. You have to look at your mindset. You have to look at your energetics. You have to look at your embodiment. You have to look at, if you're a business owner, your strategy. What would be the container? Honestly, if you're a business owner, I would highly recommend that you jump into building the brand. If you just want coaching, then I would highly recommend the Cyber Monday offer, because that's 333. If you don't have support and you're a business owner, like, if you need to either get into a program that's going to teach you that support, or you need to spend or get into a mentor's container, or you need to spend the hours and hours and hours it's going to take researching online and doing it for free on your own. Like, there's never just one path, but these are like 3 different options that you could go with. Correct. All right, guys. Well, I am trying to conserve my voice, and my energy is starting to dwindle because I am on my moon. So I am going to go. I love you all so much. If you have any questions about any of the offers I talked about, then just DM me. If you're ready to jump right in, they are right on my website. So just click on the link in my bio, and you'll see that they're right there for you. Love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.